And why conservative politics? Because I mean, I know like the day and age we live in, most young people come up, they're more on the liberal side of kind of things, and then as like the old saying, as you get older, you get more conservative. But you seem to be have at a young age associated yourself with the Conservative Party and those ideologies. How did that come about, and you be able to kind of keep those ideologies throughout kind of the chaos of your life?
You know what, it's because I think it's what's right and what makes sense, but I come from a mixed marriage, and I say that
Yeah,
my mom was a staunch liberal, and my dad was always quite conservative, and my parents came from a communist country, so
yeah,
the understanding that life, wasn't like this for them, where in the place that they came from, and that they chose this place because of the freedom and the liberty and the ability to work hard and get ahead. That was always ingrained really, really young. And I found myself in the Conservative Party from a values perspective,
okay,
from a difference between right and wrong, and from a way to getting to the end point, by way of sensical policy making decisions that take care of people.
yeah. And now, when you're growing up in your household, was it more of kind of was there more debates as to which side is right or wrong, or
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think I think your parents always try to have try to do the whole lessons at home type stuff. But
yeah,
I also grew up in a unique circumstance. My brother's 10 years older than I am. So
okay,
when you've got
yeah,
two kids in the house where there's a difference of age that big, the conversation's always centered around the level that my brother was at. So
yeah.
it was either keep up or get out. And there was no video games, and there wasn't a whole lot of TV time. So it was a really interesting way to be part of the conversations that were probably outside of my realm of understanding at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up a little bit different because both my parents were immigrants, but they're super liberal. And then as I got old, like, so everything was like, oh, when you are of age to vote, go vote for liberal. So so there was a point in time where I was just like, whatever, I'll just do whatever. And then as I kind of got older and I started having my own family and faith, I sort of was like, no, that's a dumb way of thinking. The other thing that I kind of clued onto is a lot of the time they would complain about a lot of the policies. And I'm like, well, you voted for that. So why are you
Right.
complaining about the policies? And to this day, I mean, I don't think my mom listens to my show anyway, but to this day, they still do the same crap. It's the same thing. And I'm like, well, you voted for that. That's the direction you chose that you wanted to go. So you have no right to complain when things go.